I wrote this book because I want my life to be remembered when I die. Who is Amber Garibay? What did she do that was special? Did she accomplish anything that was great? Was her life worth something? I began writing when I realized that my story is really all I have that is truly valuable in a life that could easily be forgotten. My pockets are empty of coin, but full of lint to soften the deficit. I couldn't take the money with me, so I spent it all. It is difficult to create a budget for life when we all cash out the same. Corpses have no currency. What is the point, anyway? I've asked myself that question more than a time or two. What makes life worth living? Love? Is it love that I'm supposed to be living for? Love or money? I knew early on in life that my choice would be. I followed my heart. I've always followed my heart. I will leave it to your opinion to tell me how well it served me. Maybe I should have chosen money instead. Maybe I should have surrendered to the truth of love, that it can be bought, just as so many sell out. Maybe I should have considered the possibility that I might not be loved as I love. Maybe I should have realized my mistake. For the longest time, I assumed that love and happy were the same thing. Now I know the opposite is true. Love is the worst pain I have ever known. Love is the worst pain I have ever known, and yet I can't get enough of it. Even still, in the torture of rejection and heartbreak, I'm imagining the next time I will be kissed, the next time I'll be touched, the next time that I'll be promised forever. I will love you forever. How many forevers have I had in this one lifetime? Love until he can't. Love until I won't. Love until goodbye, and let's pretend it never happened at all. Love. The only thing worth living for, and yet it dies more easily than any person can be killed. This book you are reading is a love story. By this I mean I did not quite have the gumption to write a novel, nor the contrition to write the whole truth. I changed names and omitted some details to protect the innocent, and yet there really are no innocents, not really. Everyone that I write about is guilty of something, myself included. Who am I to throw stones into civilization of glass houses? Who are you to think I did not see you there, sitting inside your glass house, posing for a family portrait? People may prefer for me to ignore them, but I won't. I'm a storyteller. I do not need a camera to take a picture. My mind is time-lapse photography. If you do not like the way I captured you, perhaps you should change your angle or improve your light. Enlightenment. This book is the gift of illumination. It is the ability to see while sitting in the dark, because life is often dark, and I am not afraid of it. I'm not worried about seeming weak because I cry. I'm worried that I may stop crying over weakness, that I will succumb to the habit or the excuse of it, that I will become complacent or even worse. The only weakness I really fear is my own tolerance of it. I should do better because I can do better. You should do better for the same reason. We should be willing to set the bar higher than the shit we are settling for. This life is crap when you step in it. This book will help you see the piles for what they are. This book will help you avoid the landmines, or at least help you understand how you became the casualty of them. Suicide. Did you know that men kill themselves more than women do? And that on average, there are 121 suicides per day in the United States? Men who need love but were forsaken. White men kill themselves more than black men do, 7 out of 10 by statistics. Why is that? I named my first book the years before my suicide because I've been on the edge of my own death for as long as I can recall. I was still a little girl the first time I thought about taking my own life. My mother told me that I thought I was a bad child. She told me she could not understand why I thought this way, and that she could not convince me that I was special, that I was loved, that I was wanted. This book is written for those who struggle with suicidal thoughts. It is my hope to raise awareness. Maybe my story will help people survive. This book is a journey through divorce and childhood trauma. It was a burden for my mother to care for me, and my father resented the child support. He felt gouged to come up with money he did not have. He felt like my mother was raping him financially without allowing him the privileges of a father. He was right. He did not have any rights after the divorce. He had a bill to pay without any children. He had visitation, much like an inmate is allowed a stipend behind bars. He did not have the family he wanted, so he had no family at all. Or at least that is how I felt when he did not show up. My dad insists that he was always there in the same way that he needs to be right. I let him have it. He can be right. I know that he wanted to be there for me. This book is about understanding and forgiveness. It's about knowing what could have been and what was wished for. It's about fairy tales that were lost to real life and dreams that are sometimes swallowed by nightmares. I would like to teach you how I survived the nightmares. I have known too many in my life. The monsters still hide under my bed. I made friends with them so they don't eat me. I do not have anything that I wish to hide, but my dirty laundry is not a pair of soiled panties to sniff. The hardest part of choosing to write a biography is the judgment of my friends and family, most of whom would like to gag me for my own protection. They want to keep me safe, as if I have ever been that way. Loose lips sink ships. You have the right to remain silent. Except, I don't want to remain silent. I want to speak up and to be heard. I want my life to heal people, to help people, to be worth more than the pain I have lived through, to be more than the love that I have lost. How can I lose at love when it really is the only reason I am here? I won't lose at love, never fear. This book is the greatest love story ever written. It is the gift of my one life not wasted. It is the beginning of my dreams coming true.